And so, if you have never been sued before but have said some defaming stuff about somebody, please like this video, please subscribe, go crazy in the comments, you know I love you. But basically, it kind of seems like this Rea Gopane guy is getting himself deeper into trouble. And of course, you guys might have seen it, there was this video trending of him saying that he's actually not going to pay Bonang Matheba anything.
She's not getting a cent! She's not getting a cent from me, you know what I mean?
And I actually commented on Instagram, I think a couple of days back, and I actually advised him as to why what he's doing is actually a very big mistake. And some subscriber of mine actually asked me to explain this thing in detail. So basically, in some other video, this guy said that Bonang actually gave him a court date and he didn't appear.
Oh, we don't. I'm not gonna pay. I don't have to pay. No, That's the thing. People think I have to pay. I don't.
No. What I'm saying is, if the court said you need to pay.
I don't care what the court says. I'm not paying. That's why I didn't go to court. She told me come to court. She gave me a date. I'm busy.
And as I explained on Instagram, that was a very big mistake, because what happened was, because he didn't appear, the court only heard Bonang's side of the story, and therefore a default judgment was granted. What that means is, the judgment actually favors Bonang's side of the story because only her side of the story was heard. And that explains why he's actually being told to pay 300,000 rands. I explained when Bonang tried to sue him at first that I don't think 500,000 rands is something that she's going to get. And I don't think 300,000 rands is something a normal judge would have awarded. But because this guy actually didn't defend himself, he didn't mention the fact that he did apologize twice in a video, in a statement, and all those things, he didn't actually have any mitigating factors. And as a result, he was awarded a very high amount, 300,000 rands. But that's not all. What worries me is the fact that this guy kind of believes that he's going to escape without paying. He's actually saying that he's not going to pay shit. And, you know, I found that to be very stupid. Because remember, civil proceedings have been going on for centuries. And we've had a lot of smart guys in the way who've tried to outsmart the courts, and we've developed mechanisms to actually try to deal with these people. So what he's trying to do is exactly what Jacob Zuma did. He actually thought he could outsmart the courts and it didn't work. So to explain it, he might have an idea which he seemingly doesn't understand. So there's something in law that we call a Section 65 inquiry. And what it does is it looks at your assets and your income and tries to determine whether or not you can afford to pay and how much you can afford to pay. So if you have no assets under your name, if you also don't have any means of income to pay, then you don't have to pay. He's right to a certain extent. The only thing that I feel that he's not getting is that doesn't mean that you won't pay forever. It just means for the interim, you don't have to. But more importantly, Bonang's amount has an interest that is implied and is determined by the minister from time to time, and at this point is standing at about 7%, meaning that if this guy doesn't pay, every single year there's going to be a 7% interest on any amount that isn't paid, meaning that if he waits for 10 years, he's going to have to pay 70% more, and that would have to be 510,000 rands. So get this, if this guy actually participated in those court proceedings, he could have gotten away with less than 100,000 rands, but because he didn't, he has now been ordered to pay 300,000 rands. On the other side, he then says, no, I'm not going to pay. If it gains interest, he's going to end up paying way more. And I kind of feel like this guy is not actually really looking at this situation and understanding what's going to happen. The consequences for this guy are very high. By the way, you guys tell me what you think about it. Do you think when he says he's not going to pay, he really means, nah, I have no intention of paying? Or do you think, nah, in the end, he will pay? You tell me what you think about it. Comment down and also respond to your comments. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up.